Hello there. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And thank you so much for joining me. We're starting ahead of schedule, but it's good. So if you are, it's great to have you on here live and direct with me. And if you are going to see this video after tonight or after the broadcast, it's also great that you have a time to sit down and watch this. So thank you for joining me tonight. So again, we are going to catch up, but let me quickly give a shout out to my new member, the new member of Maiyegun's Diary Politico channel, YouTube. See, guys, right? I do read my comments anyway. I read all your comments. Most of the time, I read them after the broadcast, just to be able to catch up on, feel your own pulse, how you feel about the video, your own views, your comments, even those who disagrees, right? I read all of them and I put them into, into use, your opinions most of the time. I do that, right? So someone said or wrote that, man, this 21st century, that people are actually paying to listen to someone else's opinion. I was like, oh, well, it's not just opinion that people listen to on Maiyegun's Diary. There's more, okay? There's this level of friendship, on Maiyegun's platform, where people feel somehow, maybe because we are those called the, angry ex-Nigerians or about to be ex-Nigerians or very, very angry Nigerians who believe that they could have it better. So we congregate here. We congregate everywhere Maiyegun goes. We congregate. We pour our minds out and all of that. Yes, there are more. There's healing of souls based on what has somehow or things that have really depressed people, depressing issues that Maiyegun will pick on. And by the time we finish, people seem not to feel the same. And that is something that if you're not there, you would never know. So I'm going to advise you. If you stumble on my videos anywhere, just spend 15-20 minutes if you can. Then you understand why people pay to support and watch Maiyegun. It's incredible. I've got these wonderful people. Olawale Showumi, that's my new member. I've crossed 90 membership now on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. I do things, right? I love breaking records. Right, I remember when we started live videos on Facebook, and it was like, you have to be a little bit shy, then you have to be careful of what you say, where you see some tribals who are going to tell you that you don't speak good English or your analysis are just crap, all those tribals and all that. So it wasn't popular. I was one of those who started that as well on social media, to be honest. Then today, we have people who believe so much in Maiyegun, and they pay to see me. How incredible is that? So I'm so grateful to all of you, and I will never let you down. As long as you're not building any hope on me. Don't build any hope that you want this Maiyegun to be this kind of a person. I can be anything at any time. But one thing I will never be is to be a traitor, a compromised, greedy person, or so to say, selfish enough to be easily compromised. That's one thing. But when you come to us disagreeing, yes, we can disagree on many things. We don't have to agree. Do you get that now? We don't have to agree on everything. Sometimes I can do things that I'm just going to be rousing, talking and all of that. But my friends understands me better. So if this is your first time, don't worry. You will get used to it, especially when I get into the mood proper. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. Remember how we do it. Copy the link. Yes, copy the video link. Share it on your different platform. I've shared it myself. I've shared it on Maiyegun's Diary. I've shared it on Facebook. I haven't shared it on Twitter. I'm going to do that. So you do the same. So there's a lot to talk about tonight. And it's just going to touch on everything going on. 7 days ago, we were all here with the breaking news of the shooting at Lekki toll gates, to the point that the soldiers were taking their bodies and all of that. And it took the president of the country it took him about 5 days or 4 days to even speak up. That triggered the world reaction that we have seen athletes, we have seen politicians, we have seen parliament, we have seen, diplomats, we have even seen United Nations reacted to the killing in Lekki. But here we are. They are doing everything to bury the story. But it's not just Lekki that the Nigerian soldiers are killing people. As I speak to you right now, they are not taking responsibility for what they did at Lekki. And they will never take responsibility for that until a more powerful force comes after them and takes them down. Do you get that now? They continue to kill people at will. Do you get that now? They continue to kill people, frame them up, and then let the public crucify them. So when they kill you, the country, the public, right, will blame you. That is the culture or tradition that they have maintained so well. Olanrewaju Shoge, thank you very much, Baba, for that your super sticker. You have opened the floor tonight, guys. Yes, there is this dollar sign beside your comment. Listen, it's not there for fun, okay? It is there because YouTube created that to support we content creators. Your Maiyegun is a content creator, you know that. So you can use that from any part of the world. That is very much available. Yes, thank you so much, Olanrewaju Shoge, for that. Now, let's continue. So I'm going to touch on the position of the Nigerian military. And they are not giving up yet. They are not. Like, Nigeria is meant to be a democracy, right? A democratic country where you have the functional police, where you have a functional internal security system. Military should be the last resort. But in Nigeria, from day one that Buhari became the president and the presidiot of Nigeria, military as being the only available force. When the Shiites were protesting against the illegal detention of their leader, El-Zakzaky, after so many court orders that ordered him released, the Nigerian government and the Nigerian army kept him in detention, and they refused to release him. In the process, for 4 years, more than 5 years now, by the way, for 4 years, the Shiites continued to protest and demand for the release of their leader. And in that 4 years, Buhari's army, led by Buratai, the butcher, they have killed over 2,000 Shiites in 4 years. There was even a time that they actually killed over 1,000. But we saw how they butchered them in Abuja. How many of you would deny that? How many of you would deny that what they are doing to the protesters and peaceful protesters in Nigeria today, they did that same thing to Shiites? How many of you are going to deny that the same Nigerian military, what they are doing to all the protesters in Nigeria today, framing them up, sending soldiers to kill them, they did the same thing for 4 years to the IPOB members. They are still doing it, not that they have stopped. With the Shiite, they are still doing it, not that they have stopped, okay? This NSAS just came into it. At last, everyone, just to prove it to you, right, that Nigeria is made to kill you, okay? And I will continue to say that because I'm personally convinced that there's no other mission that Nigeria as a country stands for other than to kill you. And I'll give you instances more. Your soldiers are supposed to protect the country against any external invasion or external aggression, as they love to put it, aggression. Whereby, for example, let's say Chad Republic, their soldiers are trying to, are invading villages around their own border towns. That is external invasion. Nigerian army can be ordered by the commander-in-chief, President Buhari, can be ordered like, oh yeah, go after them. And we can start a war with Chad for that reason. Okay, that's the rule of soldiers. The only way you will see soldiers on your street is when soldiers are helping during natural disasters. For example, let's say there is this mass flooding that led to the death or destructions of properties, and they need to give hand in rebuilding, probably temporary shelter and all of that. That is when you should be seeing your soldiers on the street. And when you see them, they don't carry guns. But in Nigeria, you see them every time. because they needed to show you that they are there. You know why? Because they are not protecting the country. They are protecting the regime. Every regime that comes in must secure the protection of the military. So any little thing, they will be out. Even Nigerians themselves, every small thing, they will say, oh, they will soon send soldiers to us, and they will send soldiers through. In a democracy, so those soldiers now go out to do whatever they like. There are so many of their videos I can't share with you. If I share them with you, you will likely not be able to watch Maiyegun's diary for some time again. And we don't want to do that here, okay? But many of you have seen them. They did not fight any war, but they call themselves generals. They have never fought any war to defend Nigeria, but they are generals, colonels, Air Force Marshal, Chief Marshal, Chief this. And you'll be seeing them with their well-starched khaki, in their well-tinted automobiles, flying first class here and there. They are a bunch of incompetent criminals, opportunists, who only gain power when they shoot their own people. That is what Nigerian army are. You know what I mean now? When they give order and say, go and deal with those bloody civilians. They call Nigerians bloody civilians. Even Nigerians themselves, may we never fall into that category again. You know, where you have the Buhari Dins, Buhari Didins, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus. The ones that are so annoying are the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, and the sophisticated morons. Those ones who are suffering from PTSD. PTSD after they left Nigeria. Nigeria didn't leave them. Even in abroad, they will tell you it's the right thing to do. Nigerians need iron hand. They need someone who has iron hand. You don't hire Undertaker now. Everybody is dying. Iron Man. Small thing, small slap. Everybody don't do that. From far away, abroad, they endorse the barbarity too, because they left Nigeria, but Nigeria didn't leave them. In a democracy, they gave it a complete different definition. Electoral reform, no. Restructuring, no. Breakup, no. We die here. Like say, oh God damn it, man. In a democracy. So you have the military everywhere. They don't obey anything. Boko Haram, soldiers, Nigerian army, generals, they call themselves generals, who fought no war. If this is wrong, because I love to deal with facts, okay? I deal in facts. All right? Give me one single Nigerian soldier, one single Nigerian general, dead or alive, retired or active, who call himself a general in Nigerian army, and tell me which war they fought since 1960. Which war they fought to defend the integrity of Nigeria, territorial integrity of Nigeria since 1960. One war, tell me. They committed genocide. They called it a civil war. That's not civil war. That was a genocide where they killed over 5 million people, and they buried it in the cesspit of their history. And they dumped the history everywhere. I mean, dump it somewhere. Then they came back from that killing of their own brothers and sisters. They were supposed to be the same country, right? And they gave themselves different ranks. General, colonel, this, that. They say is Oga Ologun in Yoruba. They will say Ogagun, Oga Ologun, Orishogun. Beating civilians on the streets, shooting armless protesters, arresting and intimidating civilians that they are supposed to protect. So tell me one single one of them who fought. Boko Haram came. They said these people came from Libya, Chad, Niger, Mali, Cameroon. They said they came from outside Nigeria and they invaded Nigeria for 10 years. 10 years. Nigeria have lost more than 5,000 soldiers to the Boko Haram fight. They may not have told you. Go and gather all the statistics. There are many families in Nigeria today who believe that their sons are still in the military, serving in Borno. Meanwhile, they've killed them. Many of them killed. They even kept this, they kept the fact away from the families. That's how cruel they are, how deadly they have been. They couldn't protect the country. What Nigerian army, the hierarchy of Nigeria, especially this Buratai the butcher, what they are very good at right now is to intimidate, harass, and kill Nigerians. And they are doing it at will. But who is giving the command? If Boko Haram says he didn't give all the command of those being killed in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, in Abia, in Ebonyi, those being killed in those places, if Buhari says he didn't give all those orders, Buratai is just giving his own order, because Buratai has declared Operation Crocodile Smile all over the country. It's like they call it the soldiers, the military of a country, declaring war on their own country, on their own citizens. That is exactly what it is. I don't know how you have seen it, but with my own little education, Baba, na so I see am. And if you dispute that, I will wait for your own evidence to counter mine, because I've got some to show you. I'm going to take you back to what happened at Lekki toll gate that night, and I'm going to use the report of someone who actually works for the NTA, right? And I'm feeling cold as well. I'm going to try and put something on, but let's go to Lekki quickly. But before we do that, let me say a shout out to Woleola Amoho. Woleola Amoho, thank you very much for that. Your super sticker. You are the second person doing that tonight. So thank you. Well appreciated. Now, I'm going to take you back to what happened in Borno. In Lekki toll gate, rather. So I'm going to use the report of someone who works for the Nigerian Television Authority, a reporter for Nigerian Television Authority, who captured the beginning, the beginning of the invasion of the military, the soldiers, who also captured the period they were shooting and killing protesters, and also captured the moment after as well. So this one is from someone who worked for the Nigerian Television Authority. This is a reminder that 7 days ago, while many of you were being so enthusiastic and optimistic about what will happen day after, thinking that the youth were making progress, and hopefully the people in government will at least listen to them. They didn't listen to them. They sent soldiers to kill them. And we have a reminder, 7 days after, we still don't know who gave that order. We don't know. And only one person can give such order, the president of the country. We still don't know. But let me take you back to what happened that night. When I get back, you may see me in my hoodie because I'm feeling cold this time.
Causing violence, peaceful protesters still continue with their demonstration in some parts of the state, like in Lekki. And in spite of the fact that the Lagos state government imposed a curfew in order to check the rising cases of violence, some protesters have defied the curfew and are still pressing for their demands, while some people who went to work or their businesses are stranded and are trekking home. Now, I have one of the protesters with me. There was a curfew that was announced earlier today. So why are you still outside by this time?
We are aware of that. And because of our demand from the government, we are not backing down. We will go ahead with the protest despite their curfew. Only we will remain in the domain according to them. Because we are not going out of their ways. Because we are still under them.
Everybody are shouting, end SARS, end SARS. Now the SARS have already ended now. They have already given them back now. So what we need now is accommodation in Nigeria.
Shortly after my interaction with a few of the protesters, things took a scary and deadly turn. Series of gunshots by security operatives reigned, and the ambience of the peaceful demonstration turned frightful, with protesters refusing to back down. My cameraman and I were caught up in the shooting, and I must say it was a horrendous experience. How we escaped the scene was a miracle. Returning to the office was another challenge, as protesters refused to reconsider their stand and go home. Men of the Nigerian police, on the other hand, were all around to ensure the curfew is adhered to. In Lagos, Jennifer Igwe, NTA News.
That's Jennifer Igwe, who reported that night. That's the shortest summary I can present to you tonight. But for those who remember that night, they surrounded the protesters from both ends, right? So both in the front and the rear, they surrounded them and they started shooting them. Afterward, they began taking their body. They took their bodies away. And I'm not going to show you because there are some, they were really, really graphic. And I couldn't really do much in editing before coming on this show. So, but well, that is the reminder of what happened at Lekki that night, 7 days ago. So this point, we don't know who gave that order, okay? But here is what the Nigerian army, here is what they are up to again. They are mobilizing soldiers to the southern part of Nigeria, especially the southeastern part of Nigeria, where they are targeting the IPOB members, okay? But before I play you, or should I say, okay, this happened first before then, okay. Yeah, I will show you what the Nigerian army is up to now, okay? And the soldiers they are sending over, not to Borno, not to Yobe, not to Bauchi, not to Niger, not to all those places where Boko Adamawa, not where the Boko Haram and the bandits, even Katsina. I have a clip as well I'm going to share with you from Katsina, the victims of bandits in Katsina State, where Boko Haram comes from as well. They are not interested in protecting the country. They are interested in protecting the regime. In the process of their doing in their own mission to protect the regime, they are killing Nigerians. How does that add up? Listen to this before I get to Wiki.
Divisions and field commanders held today at this conference room. Today, Monday, the 26th of October, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuru Suburate, has just finished an important meeting with his principal staff officers, general officers commanding, and field commanders this morning here at the Army Headquarters Conference Room. At the meeting, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuru Suburate, made it unambiguously clear to the PSOs, GOCs, and field commanders that there will be no room for disloyalty amongst all officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army. He directed that they, PSOs, GOCs, and field commanders, must reiterate to all their subordinates that the Nigerian Army is determined to ensure democratic stability in Nigeria as the only panacea for development and progress. General Burate also said the best system of governance is democracy, and we must all ensure that Nigeria's democracy remains stable and steady. We will not allow any force, elements, or destabilizing agents in or outside our country to set our beloved country on fire. We remain resolute in doing everything possible to ensure that subversive elements, detractors, and other enemies of this great nation do not have their aims and objectives of destabilization. General Burate further drew the attention of all the participants at the meeting.
Did you hear that? General Burate, you are under military rule already. Some of you don't know. General Burate said, General Burate, where is the president in a democratic country, for goodness sake? Military reading out press conferences. on the national TV, telling the whole country what a general, chief of staff, chief of army staff, the order of the chief of army staff to all the GOCs. I told you, their mission is to protect the regime, not to protect the country. Because if they were protecting the country, by now, bandits wouldn't have taken over the entire northern part of the country now. Bandits who are kidnapping people in thousands, killing people in hundreds and thousands. Boko Haram splitted into two, Boko Haram Part 1, Boko Haram Part 2 called ISWAP, Fulani Terrorist Part 3. And they're everywhere. They even get their own radio station, TV station. Miyeti Allah, security guard. They even have vigilante. That's how messed up the Nigerian military, they have messed up. But guess what? Buratai is your leader. And they are not joking. Watch this.
Yes, gentlemen, this is our lineup for moving to internal security operations from here to Igbo land. Now, this lineup. For this one are soldiers. If you are here, so now soldiers moving from parade ground to the operation.
Let me talk, my friend. As you can see, live and direct, we are going to, I think, Imo State. IS, we pray for the protection. As we go, we come back safely.